Welcome to a new episode of Nate's MMA Corner. Okay, today's episode is a post-fight show for UFC Fight Night, Edgar versus Swanson. And, man. Okay, so let's get started with the main card. Yeah, it's a post-fight show for the main card, and let's start off with the main event, shall we? It was Frankie the Answer Edgar versus Cub Swanson, featherweight main event. Winner may very well get a title shot at Jose Aldo in the 145-pound division. Oh man, like being in the Coachella Valley area, Cub Swanson lives in the Coachella Valley area too. I wanted Cub to win so bad. And I thought he was going to win. I was so convinced he was going to win. I was so convinced that Cub was going to stuff the takedowns of Frankie Edgar and get a late round knockout, like I said on my pre-fight show. And Frankie Edgar's wrestling really was on a whole nother level. We all saw it. It drove me nuts. After the first couple rounds, well, especially that second round, Edgar got a lot of takedowns and really top position, controlled it on the ground completely, and then it was repeated in round 3, 4, and 5, and he got the finish with 4 seconds left in round 5. Yeah, that was submission. That was, a neck crank. And so Frankie Edgar is definitely in line for a title shot now, a rematch against Jose Aldo. I think this time he earned it. Last time it was, I felt like it was a little handed to him. He was coming off a couple losses to Ben Henderson in the lightweight division. This one, he's coming off multiple wins in the featherweight division, so he's really proven himself at featherweight. I hope he goes on to beat Jose Aldo if he gets that title shot. We still do have Ricardo Lamas in the mix and Conor McGregor. And if Dennis Seaver beats Conor McGregor, then Seaver could definitely be in that contention mix. So, man. Yeah, it was a wrestling, and I think right now the best thing for Cub to do is work on his wrestling, but don't forget his striking. I think he has excellent striking still. I think if they stood toe-to-toe, that Cub would have had a better chance against Frankie Edgar. He would have been able to really work his footwork, but Frankie Edgar was smart. He knew that maybe Cub wanted to play that game, and he instead decided, hey, I'm going to take it to the ground, use my wrestling, and it paid off. I think the best thing right now, Cub, if you're watching, work on your wrestling. Don't forget about your striking though, and there's guys in the top 10 for you still. I'm thinking Dennis Bermudez is coming off a loss. He's ranked in the top 10 too, and he's a wrestler, so work on your wrestling until you get to your next fight, which if it's Dennis Bermudez who's a wrestler, he's going to be thinking, oh, I'm going to take him down because that's what Frank Edgar did. Now, if you stuff his takedowns and you're able to keep it standing, knock him out, you know you've worked on your wrestling, or if you out-wrestle him. And that'll get you back in title mix. Or just fighting another top 10 guy, but Dennis Bermudez looks like a top 10 guy coming off a loss that makes sense. Oh, man. Just get back in line, Cub. I want to see you be champion. Go get him. Dude, true MMA bro. Love you. Love everyone there. Good luck to all you guys. Hope all you guys succeed. Yeah, so that was the main event of UFC Fight Night in Austin. Yeah, Frankie Edgar wins, 5th round submission, neck crank, 4 seconds left, latest stoppage in UFC history. Then let's go on to the co-main event, which was Edson Barboza versus Bobby Green in the lightweight division. This was a good stand-up battle. Edson Barboza was really counter-striking, working the leg kicks, and he got the decision. It was, decision unanimous. Good job, Edson Barboza. I picked him to win. And Bobby Green is still a tough prospect at lightweight in the 155-pound division. Yeah, then we go on to the flyweight division. Chico Camus, Brad Pickett, 125-pound weight class. I think that Chico Camus, he could go places. His ground game is still there. I don't know if it's the best. I mean, Brad Pickett had some sloppy takedown attempts. Yeah, Chico Camus, he really stood and bang, and he's a Duke Rufus prospect. So he trains with the likes of Anthony Pettis and all them, and he's an experienced veteran. Yeah, I picked Brad Pickett to win this because I thought he's been in the bigger fights, but Chico came out with a win, and that was decision split. It was a close fight. It could have gone either way. After the fight was over, I thought Brad Pickett would easily win 29-28 unanimous decision. But Chico, I could see how Chico Camus won this. I would have to look up stats on multiple websites to really confirm everything on here. But yeah, that was a close razor, depending on how you look at it, close fight. Brad Pickett looked like he felt he got robbed in the decision. But yeah, Chico Camus, he's a veteran, and he landed some good clean shots each and every round, and he stuffed a lot of the takedown attempts of Brad Pickett. So, en route to victory for Chico Camus. Good job. And yeah, I think he's definitely in that borderline top 10. He's still a couple, 2-3 wins away from a title shot, Chico Camus, but he's getting up there right now. Yeah, then in the heavyweight division we had Jared Rosholt versus Oleski Osilinik, and Oliniak. Yeah, that's it. Anyways, yeah, this was a heavyweight bout, and I thought Jared Rosholt, he's on a tear. He's, on a win streak, and Jared Rosholt looks sloppy, but he has good wrestling. He has heavy hands, and he can mix things up a little bit. But he's not the best with cardio. He's not the best with pace. He's more of a stay in the pocket, knock you out, or I'll take you down type guy. And I thought that would have worked against this guy. But yeah, Jared Rosholt, he got knocked out, KO punches. That was one first round, and oh man, that was just. Yeah, that was pretty rough and tough fight. Man. Yeah, I'm a big Jared Rosholt fan. But what can you do? Yeah, so I think Oliniak, he's definitely a guy to... Well, he almost got knocked out in this fight. So his chin might be a little questionable. I think the other heavyweights are looking at that. So we'll see where that heads. Yeah, then also on the main card we had a flyweight bout with Joseph Benavidez and Dustin Ortiz. Now this one, I think everyone called this one correctly. Joseph Benavidez just put on a striking clinic with Dustin Ortiz and got clean unanimous decision 30-27. Yeah, Dustin Ortiz is a great fighter. He's definitely going to have a long-lasting career in the UFC. But Joseph Benavidez, he just has that championship title experience, having fought Demetrius Johnson twice, and having gone the distance with Demetrius Johnson. The second fight was quick, where he got knocked out by Johnson. But yeah, I thought if anything, this should be a walk in the park for Joseph Benavidez. Not that Dustin Ortiz is bad or anything, just Joseph's on a whole new level for now. And yeah, there was a lot of punches landed and just good footwork from Joseph Benavidez. Great job. I am a Joseph Benavidez fan. And then to kick off the main card, we had a lightweight bout with Matt Wyman and Isaac Valley Flag. Yeah, Matt Wyman won by decision unanimous. This was a great fight. I think that Matt Wyman showed his vulnerabilities in this fight, and I think the rest of the lightweight division is looking at that. Matt Wyman got overpowered at some points. Isaac was able to keep him up against the cage throughout the fight, but Matt Wyman was able to get out of it and really land some good strikes in the clinch. Yeah, Matt Wyman though, man, he has a tough road ahead of him. There's a lot of great lightweights out there. It's the most stacked division. I wouldn't call it, some people say it's the most talent rich. I still say the heavyweights are, but he still has a lot of wins to go to get to that title shot. So I like Matt Wyman. I hope he wins a couple more fights for sure. Gets back on track after a long layoff. And that wraps up the post-fight show for UFC Fight Night Edgar versus Swanson. Stay tuned for my next episode, which will be about UFC 181, which is Johnny Hendricks versus Robbie Lawler for the UFC Welterweight Championship. And then also on that card, you got Anthony Showtime Pettis versus Gilbert Melendez for the UFC Lightweight Championship. And you got my boy Tony Ferguson from Death Clutch. And, well, Team Lesnar on The Ultimate Fighter, so you know I got to root for him. You all know I'm a big Brock Lesnar fan. And just to give you guys a heads up, I just joined UFC Fight Club. You can find me at 3X Platinum on Fight Club, on the forums and whatnot. So feel free to say hi and what's up. And I'll always be checking out the forums and chatting with people online there. So 3X Platinum, or if you can remember, Triple Platinum, basically what it comes out to. So that's all for this episode. Have a great day and see ya.